what I mean.
To get their blackness. You don't have West Coast rappers calling themselves by these foreign names. Ja Rule, even that's what the Jamaican, that's Rastafarian. So it lets you know they were in the East Coast immigrant echo chamber. You understand what I'm saying? Wu-Tang Clan. I mean, just roll with me, baby. Just roll with Uncle D for a minute. Now contrast by NWA, N-words with an attitude, King T. You understand what I'm saying? Come on down south. You understand me? These are especially the early ones. Now during the height of the East Coast, West Coast rivalry, some of the most influential, I told you about Kimberly Jones. Y'all call her Lil Kim. She's from Trinidad. Christopher Wallace / Notorious B.I.G. Jamaican. Foxy Brown. She's on the East Coast scene, but she's Trinidadian and Indo-Caribbean. You understand? Think about that. Now, Lil Kim and Biggie Small, they were raised in Brooklyn. It was shaped by the Caribbean culture at that time. And so these artists were culturally connected to hip hop, but they also carried with them and were influenced by perceptions common among Caribbean immigrant communities about foundational Black Americans. Shout out to Delightful. See, these perceptions included the notion that FBAs had no real culture, that they were undisciplined, that they lacked ambition or were too emotional and disrespectful. Even Jay-Z and Nas, think about them. These are foundational Black Americans. Jay-Z's lineage roots, he goes to Louisiana Creole culture, and Nas is descended from Southern Black parents. And he grew up in an immigrant-heavy neighborhood in Brooklyn, Queens. As a result, they weren't immune to the biases. Shout out to Sick With It Yo. They weren't immune to the biases. They were influenced subtly, and they shaped how East Coast rappers, even FBA ones, viewed Southern and West Coast rap. And what did the South and the West Coast have in common? They was filled up with foundational Black Americans who migrated out of there, and they still dominated. You understand me? And see, look at what did they say about the Southern rappers? They said we were unrefined. They said we were slow. They said we lacked lyrical complexity. In other words, they said we were lazy. We didn't work so hard enough at our raps. What do they say about West Coast rap? We overly commercialized, gang-centered, violent. You see what I'm saying? The same stuff they say now. And these critiques mirror the same condescending tone that many Caribbean and African immigrants have historically directed at foundational Black Americans, undermining our culture, our leadership, our historical contributions to the United States. What appeared on the surface as a regional beef was actually a deeper level. On a deeper level, it was a cultural clash, and it's shaped by immigration identity and layered prejudice within the broader community. You understand me? Think about that. Let's examine some. I want you to, it's been brewing ever since these folks showed up over here. Tim Dog, out the blue, F. Compton, just bluntly dismissed the West Coast as uncultured and inferior and targeted groups like NWA and Dr. Dre and Ice Cube in a tone of outright contempt. I lived through it. I'm like, who is this dude? I thought we was cool with the East Coast. And so throughout the 1990s, you had New York MCs and radio hosts, and it's still there. You can listen to some of these hip hop, so-called, these people 55, 60 years old, and they still hosting hip hop shows. And they openly denigrate West Coast styles, okay? They call them too commercial or say they lack lyrical depth. East Coast rap was framed as a standard of authenticity. You understand me? Hell, recently there's been an uptick. You guys know who Aries Spears is? Let me let you hear what this gentleman had to say. He's a goof. So it's still there. The animosity is still there. I want y'all to listen to what Aries Spears, who is a comedian, had to say. Out of all the things he could have said, listen to what he had to say and who he targeted. Listen to this. Hit the number 1 button. There you.
Pac's not from the West Coast.
Right.
Now, what I'm going to do is they end up talking, it's 30 years later, and we still talk about Tupac, who died in his early 20s, a young boy, still trying to figure his way out in the world. I'm going to let my music play because I don't want them to smash me up with what's it called, the strikes and whatnot. Listen to this, okay? They're talking about Tupac. Look who comes up in the conversation. All right?
And let me tell you too, Aries, the last couple and few days.
Now, I want you to understand, this is Big Boy. They're on the West Coast in Los Angeles filming this right now. Listen, look at the nerve of this guy.
Yeah.
Now it seems like there's this conversation of Tupac that I've never heard is within the last, since this list dropped. I'm hearing so many, now people, even Complex double back, and they did do you consider Tupac a LA rapper? And now the content is like, no, he's not LA. Tupac is from Maryland. Tupac is from the East Coast.
Now, I want you to was because of his West Coast influence, was because he was of his Oakland life that he lived. You understand what I'm saying? So this is the arrogance. They're literally, not only are they trying to incorporate our culture, now they're trying to steal our icons. You're going to hear them start saying stuff like, well, Malcolm X's mama was from Grenada or something like that. So he was technically a Caribbean. And, you know, Marcus Garvey was the most important black leader in the 20th century, as far as, because he's Jamaican. This is what I want you to understand. And when you Africans and you Caribbeans come to this country and you say, oh, we know. No, you're not over here just being good neighbors. You over here trying to steal and take credit for it. And what does that mean you are? That means you're very arrogant. But let's keep listening. Listen to the arrogance of this cat.
Tupac's from the Bay. Tupac represent the West Coast. It's all these things now where they're kicking up dust, having these conversations because these lists create that. I go somewhere, Aries in head, and people ask me, what's your top 5? I don't do top 5s. Mm-hmm. What's your GOAT? I don't do GOATs.
Want to see me shake this up real quick?
Go ahead.
Watch the comments. Now, when people talk about, you ask anybody, no matter where their region, you know, give me a top 5 rappers. Pac's usually always in that list.
Right.
I don't ever put Pac up there with the top rappers because when I think rap, I think lyricist. Mm-hmm. Pac was not the greatest lyricist. Mm-hmm. He was energy. He was passion. He made you feel him. If that nigga said, nigga, tear the club up, you want to tear the club up.
Nah, Pac was more.
Look at this old dude. This dude is, this man is like 55 years old with a baseball cap on. At what point are you gonna mature? These are, I'm just saying, I talked earlier about our leaders. These are our leaders, but let's keep listening.
More than that, Pac was a poet and a revolutionary as well. Like,
who said that? Ray Vaughn said that.
Ray Vaughn said Ice Spice is the king of New York. So.
Hey, see, Ray Vaughn is this list. Ray Vaughn's just trying to start some shit. I'll see you soon, Ray Vaughn.
I don't know who Ray Vaughn is.
Right.
I don't know who Ray Vaughn or Ice Spice is. I'm a Nick, because I catch flack.
Remember, they don't want to. Here's another thing. Remember when that what was that called? Golly, they had that weak song out called "Some in a Soda on the Side," some in a soda on the side. That was the East Coast immigrants trying to imitate what the Black Americans were doing down south with the Southern rap. You understand? The same stuff that they'd call buffoonish and vulgar, and was a regression of hip hop culture. Basically suggesting it's like a minstrel show, right? It undermined this culture. Now, when they saw it was selling and making money, what is it? Soda on the side. What was the name of that song? Some with a soda on the side. Blah blah blah. Chicken noodle soup. There ain't no chicken noodle soup. Chicken noodle soup and the soda on the side. Ain't no foundational Black American eating no doggone chicken noodle soup with a soda on the side. Are you kidding me? I mean, just that in itself lets you know that was their attempt to try to relate to the Black population so that they could be hot. We Black people down south don't eat no doggone chicken noodle soup. That is clearly some East Coast immigrant foolishness. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This was their attempt to do the same thing they did with hip hop. Take our beats, put their language and slang on top of, but it failed. And I know some of y'all see, the thing about New York is because it's the megaphone of America, you're going to hear what they have to say. But like most of us, we don't listen to hip hop. We don't listen to East Coast rap down south. Not, you know, I would listen to NWA and Tupac right now. I can't listen to Run DMC. I can't, sorry. But let's keep listening because this gets worse. Let's keep listening.
I am somewhat East Coast biased.
Right.
Yes, you
I'm
are.
West Coast biased.
But with heavy validation. Name to me rappers who are better than the ones I just said.
For me, if I'm going, Ice Cube is a lyricist.
I can't stand Ice Cube.
Did y'all hear that? What's up, what's up, what's up? Welcome to the broadcast. This is Uncle D. People wash their ass in the tub, Kamala Harris.
You were tuned in to Uncle D. D's black man talk. Pull up, homie, take a seat. Don't be a shadow watcher every day. You learn something, then you earn something. And let them know and drop some money in the plate. It's getting cold, ladies, talking ratchet. There's a king here, grab your coat, zip your jacket. Keep quiet for a second, close your jaw. Attorney Spurling, this ain't pearly, know the law. Talking Constitution, pushing pins when he shooting, give him that. Masculinity, just for the record, sprinkle that. You can keep your cat, gotta cut it. Only cat he rubbing, gotta love it. I call it Molly Buddy. Gotta vote your interest, voting earns. Presidential, this is for the money that I earn. When you gon' learn, my people, that evil mixed with evil. No matter what you're doing, baby, this ain't equal. Sometimes when you're special, you get hated. The test is for the best, you're damn right, my people made it. Uncle D, Blizzard King, you been served, gotta notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now. Uncle D, you been served, get your notice now. Black men out here know we winning, gotta hold it now.
Hey man, I'll do what I do.
Somebody need to whip your ass.
Get up and whip him, Sweets.
Hey, don't be putting the money in my hand all rough.
Take your ass out here. You buy you a floater and cut your own damn hair from now.